Welcome, everyone, to the October 22nd, 2020 edition of The Rundown. My name is Ware Wendell, and I am the Executive Director of Texas Watch. Texas Watch fights for consumers and our courts at the Texas Capitol, and we have been privileged to have been in that fight, leading that fight since 1998. In the rundown, we like to give you an update on what we've been up to, what we're looking at in the near future here. But today, I really want to talk about voting. Your vote is your voice. This is how you make your voice heard. This is how we participate in our system of government. And we are a nonpartisan nonprofit organization. So we believe that democracy works best when everyone participates. That's our goal. You know, through the years, Texas has historically been a low voter turnout state. I'm sad to say that, but those are just the numbers. And something has changed this year, and it is beautiful to behold. Texas currently leads the nation right now in early voting ballots cast. Over 4 million Texans have already made their voices heard and voted, and that is awesome, y'all. That is great. So I want to talk about voting, how to make a plan, and the first thing you can do. It's really great in Texas. Many of the county websites allow you to check the lines at the various polling places in your county, so you can see, do we have a short wait time, a medium wait time, or a long wait time? And you can plan accordingly as to which polling place you want to go to cast your vote, and help those polling workers out as well by managing those lines. So check the lines in your county before you head out. There might be a line. I waited in line for almost 2 hours, and I was happy to do it to cast my vote last week. So wear comfortable shoes, bring a water bottle, bring some snacks. We want to keep everyone safe. Of course, we're voting in the midst of this terrible pandemic. So wear a mask, keep a safe distance, at least 6 feet, bring some hand sanitizer, just basic things that you can do to keep yourself safe and keep those around you safe as well. In the polling places, you're not allowed to use your cell phone or a tablet. And so it's a good idea, if you need to remember who you want to vote for, especially down the ballot, to write out those choices, to make sure that you know who you're going to vote for all the different offices. Write it out on a piece of paper. Even better yet, you can download or print out a sample ballot for your precinct in your county. And so check that out, and that way you can follow along perfectly as you're casting your ballot in person. If you're voting by mail, if you qualify to vote by mail, it's very important that you follow all of the instructions very carefully. Take your time, read all the instructions, follow them to the T, and make sure that you sign everywhere that it's indicated on your ballot. I say that because there's been a recent court decision that really emphasizes the need to make sure that your signature is where it needs to be and that your signature matches other signatures on file. So take your time, follow the directions, and you'll be in good shape. It's important that we all be patient with one another right now, especially as we're voting during this pandemic. So let's show some grace towards one another. Look, if somebody forgot something and has to run to the car, hold their place in line. If they need to run to the restroom, hold their place in line. Our motto in Texas is friendliness, right? So let's be a good friend to our fellow Texans. And look, we learned all these lessons in kindergarten, so now's a good time to put them into use. I want to give you a couple of great resources to consult as you're deciding how you're going to vote in this election. It's very important that you are looking at official information so that you're not misled. We're hearing stories about foreign interference, all sorts of things happening in the election right now. So stick to the official sources and you'll be in good shape. The first is the Texas Secretary of State's website. They have a great website up. It's votetexas.gov. Again, votetexas.gov. You can also call them at 800-252-VOTE. So that's 800-252-8683. And they've got just all the information you'd ever want in terms of the voting deadlines and the voting procedures. It's great information. Check out the website for your county clerk. They're going to have all the information for your county, polling places. Um, Again, how you can check to see what the wait times are at the different polling places if they're doing that in your county. So check out your county clerk's website. Facebook has gathered a lot of this information together. I've got to take my hat off to them. Their voting information center is excellent. And then another nonpartisan group that I think the world of is the League of Women Voters. What they do is they talk to each of the candidates for the different positions. They give them a questionnaire, and if the candidates send their responses back, they compile all that information together. So you can get a good sense for where that candidate stands on the issues that matter most to you. So check out their voter guide. Again, the League of Women Voters. They do a fantastic job year in and year out. A great organization. I want to give you a quick update on what Texas Watch is up to right now. If you haven't already subscribed to our podcast, we are up everywhere that you can receive a podcast these days. So check us out. Search for Texas Watch, and the name of the podcast is Texas Tells, Tells, Texas Tells. We just uploaded a couple of new episodes, so make sure you download those and listen to them. Great information in there. Also, we've got a video running right now to encourage people to vote. What we're doing is reminding people of all of the sacrifices that our troops have made and civil rights workers have made throughout the years to fight for our right to vote and why it's so important to use that right. So many sacrifices have been made for all of us to be able to vote. So check that out. You can see it on Facebook. You can see it on YouTube. It's already been viewed tens of thousands of times, but I'd love for it to be viewed multiples of that. So spread it around, share it with your family and friends, and encourage them to vote. Also, we have released the third episode of our 7A series. So when I say 7A, I'm talking about the Seventh Amendment. That's the amendment in the Bill of Rights that gives you the right to trial by jury, which is the right that protects all of our other rights. And episode 3 in our series talks about how juries are so important for our system of self-governance. If you think about it, juries are one of the only ways that we can directly participate in our government, short of voting or serving in our armed forces. So when you get called for jury duty, it's a right and it's a privilege that we should all take very seriously, because juries are the guardians of our communities. They enforce the rules. So it's a great episode, if I do say so myself. Check it out. It's also been seen many thousands of times, but if you like it, pass it along to your friends as well. We've got videos on the near horizon here. Episode 4 of the 7A series will be coming out. A great short documentary on the history of the fight for your rights at the Texas Capitol. And we're going to be releasing episode 3 of our COVID TX series. That's the series where we talk to experts and those who've been directly impacted by the pandemic, bringing to light safety issues. And so be on the lookout for that one. One of the best ways that you can help us is to share your story with us. We exist to serve you. We exist to connect you with lawmakers and to get you the information you need to protect yourself and your family. So if you have a story that you can share with us, we would love to hear it. You can go to our website, which is texaswatch.org. You'll see on the website there's a nice button that says share your story, or you can email us at texaswatch@texaswatch.org. Specifically, we're looking for folks who have had stories involving uninsured motorist claims. You heard me talk about that on the last rundown. We were part of a legislative effort last session to try to improve our laws there, because the insurance companies are able to delay the payment of those claims for too long right now. And so we're going to be involved in that fight again next session. And if you've had a problem with your insurance company getting paid on an uninsured motorist claim, this is when somebody hits you and they don't have insurance, or they don't have enough insurance, and you're asking your insurance company to pay under your policy where you've paid extra to get that uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. And they tell you, you know what? No, we're not going to do it right now. We want to hear from you. So if you've had a problem on uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, please contact us. We want to hear from you. Second is, if you have had a problem with an 18-wheeler hitting you or your family or your friends, we want to hear about that. We're expecting the trucking lobby to be seeking loopholes in the law where they would be treated differently than anyone else who caused a crash, which just isn't fair. It isn't right. We believe in equal justice under the law. So if you've been impacted by an 18-wheeler truck, please contact us. Again, share your story through our website or email us at texaswatch@texaswatch.org. We want to talk to you. The last is any workplace safety issues that you're experiencing, especially during the pandemic. We want to hear from you. So please share your story. We have invested in cutting edge digital advocacy tools to connect you as best as we possibly can as we run up to the legislative session, which starts in January. It's a couple of months away, but it's really right around the corner. It will be here before we all know it. So we now have text alerts that you can sign up for. If you would like to get the latest updates from us, whether it's during the legislative session or when we've released a new video or something very important. We want to respect your time. We don't want to spam you, obviously, as we text you, but if it's something important, we want to be able to reach out to you. You can text the word WATCH, WATCH, to 67076. Let me repeat that. Text the word WATCH to 67076, and you will be on our text alert system, and we'd love to connect with you that way. Of course, we exist to serve you. If you're in a position to help us financially, we would very much appreciate that. Donations in any amount help to keep us in the fight and help to connect you in the fight for your rights. So you can go to our website again, texaswatch.org. You'll see the donate tab there at the top of the page. If you're able to donate $25 a month, you'll become one of the 300. You can see this lapel pin that I'm wearing with the Spartan warrior. It symbolizes the 300 Spartans at the Battle of Thermopylae, and it symbolizes again what a group of people, when they're committed to a cause, can accomplish. So we'd love you to become one of the 300 as a monthly donor at $25 a month if you can. But if you can give any amount, we certainly can use it, and it helps us to reach more Texans. So we appreciate everything you do. The last thing you can do to help us right now is share our content. We are everywhere that we hope you are. So we, of course, have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter account. You name it, we're on it. So if you see something that we post that you like, please take the time to share it with your family and friends. That helps to extend the reach of that content to get people the information they need. And it helps us a great deal. So share our content if you like what we're doing. Just in closing, let me say, please keep up the fight, everyone. I know that we're in month, whatever it is, 7 or 8 of the pandemic. It's hard to keep track of time right now. Keep your spirits up. I know it's hard. We're thinking of you and your families, and we're trying to get you the very best information we can to protect yourself during the pandemic. So if you go to our website, texaswatch.org, you'll see at the top we have COVID resources. We are updating that constantly with the very best resources. The CDC just came out with new guidance yesterday on what constitutes close contact and how we need to be extra safe right now. The COVID numbers are on the rise in Texas. We're sad to see that. We all have to take this very seriously, as tired as we may be. So check out our website, take care of yourself, stay safe, and we will be back with you with the next rundown here in just a few weeks. Thanks so much, everyone.